Okay, I'm about ready to say 62B when I mean 63A. I'm about ready to say 62A. I mean 63A. Onward. Hey, this is Edward welcoming you to episode 62A of More Geek Than Gay. Now, Joseph mentions the idea of there being a little contest in this episode. If you're the first person to comment and answer his little trivia question. And we're still going to honor that, but there's a second one that pops up towards the end. If you can name the TV show that I am referencing towards the end of this, around when we talk about Memorial Day, if you can name the TV show specifically that I am referencing, and bonus points, pat yourself on the back if you can name the character too, then we will have a prize for you as well. I don't know what that prize will be, but there will be a prize. Okay? We will figure out a way to get a prize to you. Okay? So, on to the episode.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Tiny white stuff.
Welcome to another installment of More Geek Than Gay. I'm Joseph.
Hi, Edward here.
I'm laying down more than sitting down because I'm tired today.
Okay. I was
today.
wondering about this because you don't normally lay down so much.
I know. I didn't even want to make the bed.
Okay.
At the last minute, Edward made the bed because I'm tired.
He's tired. Tired.
What's the rest of the lyrics?
From the neck down, the foot?
Yep.
So there.
Aha. Name that movie.
I know the name of that movie.
I'm just asking them to name that movie. That way you could comment and name that movie that we just quoted a song from.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Although, once the first person names the movie, then everyone else is just going to read what they said and go, oh, and then copy it.
Well, then be the first one to put it out and find out and that you'll win.
And you'll get to be able to go firsties.
Oh, we have something to give.
I'm sure we have something to give.
We have something to give.
We got all sorts of things to give.
We've got all sorts of things to give. We're going to have to start contests. This is.
I know. I got to start the contest. We got to figure out what we're going to contest.
You'll get something if you're the first person to do that. How about that?
Ta-da!
We don't know what it is yet, but you're going to get something because we got lots of stuff. And I have no idea
we got
what
stuff.
it is.
Lots of stuff. It'll be a random grab bag of stuff.
Basically.
Yeah, because we got stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yes.
So.
And we'll be getting more stuff.
We'll be getting more stuff. And then there'll be even more of a random grab bag of stuff.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, we mainly know what you've been doing, but at the same time, anything new happened since the last episode?
Since the last episode, I had a few doctor's appointments. I had acupuncture. Bing, 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 bing. I love acupuncture. I do. I'm so relaxed afterwards.
Bing, 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 bing. I just picture them playing your back like some sort of.
No, I'm on my back, so it's all over my.
They're not.
They're doing my front side.
Okay, then I picture.
I look like Pinhead. I look like Pinhead.
They're doing your face?
They started right here in between my eyebrows, and then then in the middle, and then then a little bit up, and then a little bit up. And then there's like 5 from here to here, just in a straight line. Boom, 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 boom. And then they did them behind my ears, and then they did right here in between your thumb and your index finger, both spots, and then they did it. There's one, I think, right about at your, yeah, there it is. Then right here, and then on the side of your knee, and then on your feet, and then they did my right above my belly button, and then they did right at the end of the rib cage.
So when they remove the ones from your head, you're not concerned that it's going to go psst?
No, and I don't bleed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to, are you?
Every so often a little drop comes out.
Oh.
But no, you don't, because it's all pressure points, and they were aligning my chakra because I was off, and then this was to help with
your anxiety.
Yes, I got diagnosed with anxiety.
He knew about it.
He knew about it. I'm kind of surprised. I never thought I had that.
I still can't believe that you're surprised.
I didn't think I had it.
Feel free to comment if you think that Joseph has or has not anxiety that you're aware of. If you find this shocking, let us know. If you don't find it shocking, let me know.
I'm surprised I have anxiety. I'm sorry. And then today was Joshua Tree.
Yes.
Yes, long day for me.
Long day. That's why you're tired.
That's why I'm tired, and it's hot outside.
It's hot outside. Oh my God, it's hot outside.
So here we go. Now you're going to hear us complain on how hot it is.
Because, you know, we live in Phoenix, which is...
We live in hell.
Yeah, human beings are probably not supposed to live here. To be totally honest.
Well, considering Phoenix was basically built on top of a, you know, the Hohokam nation that left this area. They left it for a reason.
Because human beings are not supposed to live
here. It's hot here.
Yeah. And for those of you in Australia who possibly are not fully aware of what Phoenix is like, you know that big splat of desert that's like pretty much in the middle of your country? That's us. That big spot in the middle of your country that no one lives in because people are not supposed to live there? That's us.
But yet you don't want to move away.
You know, I can do gardening in the winter.
You could do gardening all year round in San Diego.
Yeah, but then I'd have to live in San Diego. See, there's that trade-off. Yeah.
So that was my week. And your week?
Work. I can't think of anything else other than that. Seems like I had something else, but I can't think what it was. Can you think of what it is?
You worked. You went to school.
Yeah.
Because even though you graduated, you still haven't finished your classes.
I still got like a class and a week left.
Yeah. You took today off.
I took today off from work, which should be interesting because
right now they're realizing it.
Yeah, they should have realized about now that they're going to have pretty much no coverage. And I asked for it off, but my boss could have said no. And
yeah, he didn't call in sick. He actually asked for the day.
Yeah, and our roommate that dare not speak his name, it's his birthday today.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. He got a card from someone who was concerned that he wouldn't get a card with a cat with a sweater on it. So he got a card now that has a cat with a sweater on it. Because that person was concerned that he wouldn't get that card.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yay! But I think that's it.
And let's see. Today would have been my grandmother's birthday. She would have been 92 if she passed away in 1992. Oh, how fun! Yeah, interesting. My grandmother passed away in 1992, and today she would have turned 92. My nephew Abel and my nephew Mario are both graduating from 8th grade, so they're going to be high schoolers. Mario living in Tucson and Abel living in Phoenix.
High school.
High school.
High school.
Do you remember your 8th grade graduation?
I do. I walked down the graduation thing with Tracy Collins. who is now a police officer.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, she and I were the two tallest people in class. She was taller than pretty much everyone else. She might have been taller than me. I don't know. She was tall. She probably still is tall.
Yeah.
You know, I doubt that she had like a shin-ectomy or something like that. But, and actually ours was on the basketball court or whatever of our school. It was outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was before it started, a lot of schools started doing it at the auditorium of the high school. Because Alhambra High School, a lot of the 8th grade graduations.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They started doing that there.
Oh.
And they even started doing that while we were in high school.
I don't remember that.
You weren't in the theater department working those. I was working them, so that's how I know.
I wonder if my school did that.
I don't know.
I don't think so,
It started
because
becoming a thing. I don't think all the schools did it, but then and I've heard that there's been even a new change. But when I did it, it was on outside basketball court. We had to choose school music or a graduation music, but we had to go find a record.
Yes.
A 45.
Yep.
And it had to be an instrumental of it because of it being outside. The lyrics would distort and it would sound bad.
Yeah.
So do you know how hard? I mean,
do you know your song?
No.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember our song. There was a walking out and a walking back song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have no idea what either one was. Tracy, if you remember, wow, don't you have something better to do with your brain? No, I'm kidding. If you remember, I'm really dying to know what it was.
Well, there was other people who graduated in your class that might remember too.
Yeah. Danny might remember. And yes, because I'm friends with a couple of them.
Yeah.
And still, like, I have no idea what it was.
See, ours was in. We had one of those cafeterias that also had a stage that was an auditorium cafeteria.
We had that too. I don't know why we had it outside.
We had ours in there. I remember I was wearing a button-down shirt with a tie, a clip-on tie. But I remember that, and I gave a speech.
Ooh, you gave a speech.
I had to give a speech. I gave a speech at my 8th grade graduation. It was
why? Why were you so special?
Because I was the teachers picked me.
Okay.
The 8th grade, the junior high school teachers. This
were
is
you
what I was told.
valedictorian?
No. No.
Salutatorian?
No. I was
no absences for the entire time that you went to school?
Because I could speak well. That's what I don't know for sure. I just know that I was told that I was given, the speech I was given was looking forward. A looking forward speech. So I gave a looking forward speech, and I was told by the principal, Mr. Turbush, that it was the teachers who picked me to do this speech. So I looked at all previous years, all their speeches to get an idea on how they did them, and then I did my own. And then, and I got in trouble for the last line. I actually had parents come up and tell me that I was wrong. Because the last line I said, Alhambra High School, here we come.
Okay.
And I had some parents come up to me and said that I shouldn't have said that because not all of the students are going to Alhambra High School.
Yeah, those parents were wrong. I mean, yes.
Majority of them went to Alhambra.
And the school you went to was part of the Alhambra High School district.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those parents needed to just get over it.
I know.
The kids that were not going to Alhambra High School were not going to Alhambra High School through some extra effort of not going to Alhambra High School.
But those are the only things I can remember. Yolanda would know what our songs were. Because Yolanda doesn't forget anything. She remembers stuff that I'm like, I've known Yolanda since 2nd grade. And she remembers things and I'm like, how the heck? And names! She remembers names.
It's because she's crazy.
And I was just like, how the heck do you know this stuff?
Because she's crazy. Crazy people remember things.
So, Abel and Mario, happy graduation. Sorry I'm not either one of yours, but it's hot.
It's hot.
I'm tired.
He's tired.
And there's a car that we have to drive in that has no air conditioning, and that's a 20-minute drive.
No air conditioning.
And it's hot.
And it's getting to where it's hot even at night. Where it's still warm once the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's the fun part. It's like, oh my god, there's no sun in the air. Why is it hot still? Why is it still 90 degrees outside?
Oh no, I got one better. Years ago, back in the 90s, when my sister Jessica graduated high school, Scott and I drove in from San Diego for the ceremony, right? Well, at the party, because you know it's a high school graduation, a Mexican high school graduation, so we had alcohol. So we were running out of alcohol, so Scott and I went to the liquor store to get more. It was after midnight. It was like about 12:15 around there, a.m. And two things Scott got a kick out of it. One, our liquor store have drive-thrus. Two,
some of them still do, grandfathered, because they did make that illegal.
Oh, did they?
If I recall correctly, they passed a law. No new ones could, but the ones that already existed are grandfathered.
Yeah. And then the other thing that he got a kick out of is the fact that it was 101 degrees and it was after midnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's June.
Yeah. Welcome to Phoenix. Yeah, all that stuff about like, oh, but a desert becomes cold at night. I don't know where you're at.
Maybe in the extreme desert where there's nothing, no asphalt. Possibly.
Maybe, yeah, where the sand didn't absorb all the heat too. I don't know. But yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So, next subject.
Next subject. What would you like to talk about?
Pick a subject. We could talk about books, we could talk about TV, we could talk about... No, I think we should end with this.
With that?
Yeah.
We should end with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because I was like, that was actually going to be my suggestion. So, so since we're going to end with that, other than comments.
Yes, comments will be ending everything.
Yeah. We're getting to you. We're getting to you comment-wise.
Eventually.
Well, I did, I have this really badly scribbled piece of paper, but I had to scribble it because I was hearing it live type stuff. So I had to write down things as quickly as possible. Some Doctor Who casting news.
Okay.
We all know about Peter Capaldi. He's going to be the 13th Doctor. Well, depending on how you want to number it. But
that's so old news.
I understand. Did you know that he is currently only signed on for one series? Just like Eccleston.
Oh, really?
Yes. Did you know that there are some people who are thinking that he's only signed on to one series because he's going to actually end up being the Master?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am with that.
That's reaching for the stars.
I'll be with you on that. I fully agree with you on that. Clara's going to be with him still.
I knew that part.
And then Samuel Anderson, he's joining as a companion. It looks like he's going to kind of Rory his way into being a companion.
Yeah.
Called Danny Pink.
Yeah, I heard about that part.
Yeah, and
there's
African American, well, African British, and there's also a rumor that he may be the Master, which I would find more believable.
I would find that, but yeah.
Yeah, we've already had the Doctor go with an enemy on the ship before. When back with Peter Davidson's Doctor, Dr. 5, Churlo was actually on the ship to assassinate the Doctor. That was his goal.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a couple other little things here, which there's some random villain going to be played by Ben Miller. All that's known is that he's going to be playing a villain. But there's a rumor that he may end up being the Master.
Oh my God! They just want the Master. Aren't they just happy with Daleks and doesn't have to be a Master?
Well, I guess that it's
every
been.
Season?
I guess there's been a leak that possibly the Master is going to be a big storyline this upcoming season.
Okay.
And now people are trying to figure out who it's going to be.
There is no leak.
That is very true too. Or very possible too. They're going to do a Jack the Ripper story.
Okay.
And with the Jack the Ripper story, they're also doing a Robin Hood story. Not at the same time necessarily.
Well, no, it's the Doctor. They could do that.
And the Clockwork Robots are returning. Remember from The Girl in the Fireplace?
Oh, those. Oh, yes. Good episodes.
The Clockwork Robots are returning.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
That was a great episode, anyways.
There's going to be a character named Reg who's coming back, or who's going to be, I guess, recurring. And then the other significant thing is, and I cannot read what I wrote, Healy Hawes. I apologize if I got her name wrong.
More than likely you did.
Yeah, and I really cannot read what I wrote down as what character she's playing. Ms. Delfoy? Basically a villain. It's going to be a banker, an evil banker in the future is what people are thinking, but that's not in cement yet. But the interesting thing is that she's supposed to be significant, and there's thought that she may be the Master.
God.
Or the Rani. I would actually be intrigued to see her be the Rani, because the actress who plays her looks like and I just had her name in my head. Looks like the actress who played the Rani.
The original Rani.
Right. Who was also Patsy's sister.
In AbFab.
And she died just last year.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Catherine Mara?
I don't know.
So, she looks vaguely like her, similar enough that I could see her playing the Rani. And I would love to see the Rani, because the Rani is actually one of my favorite villains that's very underused. Because while she's always paired up with the Master, or not always, but it pops up, and I really like her on her own. The Master has all these machinations of revenge and trying to take over and stuff. The Rani is actually just trying to get information. She's doing experiments. If an entire race of people become extinct just because she's doing an experiment, well, so be it. It's all for the greater good. She needs to find the best chemicals to make her new shampoo or something. I don't know, but I love that scientist bent where she's really more amoral. And God forbid anyone who gets in her way on her quest for knowledge.
Yeah.
And she always did have a really pretty TARDIS. Her TARDIS was absolutely gorgeous on the inside, and I'd love to see an updated version of what her TARDIS would look like.
The outside
And
it was a pink police box. That's what it was.
No, her chameleon circuit actually worked. So outside it looked like whatever she needed it to look like. Inside, just a gorgeous TARDIS.
It was a hairdresser blow dryer. The thing.
When we did get introduced to her for the first time, her TARDIS, her base of operations was underneath a men's only sauna. And there has been always this air of her possibly being the Gallifreyan, the ultimate Gallifreyan fag hag. There's like this kind of weird air about her that just screams, this diva hangs out with the gays. But, oh, and I didn't mention this. While at Leprechaun, we did the Doctor Who panel, and we actually had a very nice lady in the audience.
You did mention it.
Who had seen the first one?
Yeah. Who saw the original?
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't mention that.
No, you mentioned that.
Oh, okay. So that was very interesting. I wanted to touch on that, I think. I also think that she was trans, which was very interesting to see. Yeah. And I think that her boyfriend was there, but her boyfriend was not as trans as she was. I think they were in different levels of the transitioning, if they were transitioning. That's the speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just interesting. It was nice to see a
But we
nice
don't know if
diverse
this
crowd.
person was a trans, though.
We don't know for a fact. We don't know for a fact.
No, you don't know for a fact.
So, what's our next topic?
Metal Hurlant.
My good lord. Metal Hurlant.
Metal Hurlant.
Metal Hurlant.
There's a T at the end of it, so t.
It's French, so that T is, for all intents and purposes, silent. It's Metal Hurlant Chronicles, actually.
Metal Hurlant.
Metal Hurlant Chronicles.
So we saw the 4 episodes of this today.
We did. Okay, I gotta say, one of the worst things about this show is the sound work. Holy crap, the sound work on this show is bad. And it's a Belgian production, and you have mainly English actors and some Americans, but there's also French actors who are so badly dubbed,
It's like watching a Godzilla movie.
yeah, it's really bad dubbing. And it's not just that their lips don't match, it's that whoever it is that they have doing the dub work can't act. So it's really bad dubbing. Amazingly bad dubbing. What did you think? What has been your impression of Metal Hurlant so far?
They either have a really good episode or they have a really bad episode. There is no middle one. It's my fault. There is no middle ground. So it's either good or bad.
Yes, I do somewhat agree with you on that. Well, yeah, I think even their good episodes in general are closer to just, they're not necessarily good episodes, they're enjoyable, but not great.
Well, no, the bomb shelter.
The bomb shelter
was
one
a good episode.
Was a good episode.
Yes.
They did one episode in this last 4 that we saw that was actually 2 15-minute episodes.
Yeah, that was yeah. You have to mention that one.
Yeah. Well,
you have to mention that one.
It kind of falls in the category. The first
15 minutes.
The first 15-minute one involved a person who was wanting to escape from this prison environment, whatever he was in. It's unclear what the ending was. I think I know what the twist ending was, and if so, that would be really clever. If only the sound quality had been better, so we could hear clearly what people were saying at the end, and know what was really being revealed. As it is, I couldn't understand what was being said, so I'm just trying to piece it together just from the imagery. Because we both sat there and watched it and went, "Is it done? That was it? But what's the story?" And it was only later, as I'm trying to piece it together, that I go, "Oh, I think this was the surprise ending." And that's possibly what they were saying when they were talking, but who knows?
Yeah.
Because their sound people really need to be fired. They would probably do better with no sound people than what they are doing with the sound people they have. It's that bad. And then the second 15-minute one.
Second 15-minute one, our DVR got cut off the last 2 minutes, so we missed the big reveal.
The big reveal.
Okay, so I went on demand and found the episode, and I fast forwarded all the way so we could get before we get the big reveal. The storyline is basically, it takes place like hundreds of years in the future.
I think actually in the same future though as one of the other stories.
Yeah.
That city looked the same.
Yes. And they found an old cryogenic lab from the 20th century, and only one of those people have still survived or are still living. The other ones, they were mechanical failures or they got cracked, blah blah blah. So they brought this person back alive.
Yes.
Cured whatever disease he had. But in this future society, if you're not a productive member of the society, they basically kill you because they only want productive people.
There's already 30 billion people on the planet.
So this person is a artist.
Because this was Los Angeles, actually.
Yes, it was Los Angeles. This person was an artist, and they don't do art.
He just sits there and doodles all day long.
Yeah.
What good is that?
How productive can that be?
So they send out the death squad. And then that's when we stopped watching. And we had to hunt down what the ending was.
Yes.
Are we sharing the ending?
Oh, why not?
Okay. And what was the ending, honey?
Well, the death squad comes and picks up this man. Not forcibly. I guess he already knew he was going to die or something. And they walk him out, basically to this bright light, because you don't actually see him get killed. There's bright light. Then the camera going into the light, kind of a thing. And then the camera pans down to what this guy was doodling.
Oh, and I saw what it was, I think, just a moment before you did. And I had to watch your face as I realized what it was.
This man who was, what's the word I'm thinking?
Doodling?
No, reimagined or brought back to life after being reanimated. Being reanimated.
Sorry.
You'll understand that really bad pun in a bit. He was reanimated from the 20th century.
Yes.
From a disease that was cured. Is an artist that has been doodling since he got reanimated.
Yes.
And they showed the
reanimated.
Oh, that's a really bad.
I know it is, but keep on going.
So they show the piece of paper, and there on this piece of paper is Mickey Mouse.
So, ta-da! That's what he's been doodling.
Yeah, basically they brought Walt Disney back to life, and they're gonna kill him because he's not a productive member of the society. That was a good one.
They reanimated him.
I was not happy. I'm still not happy. I'm getting all teary-eyed.
I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was fucking goofy. Sorry.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey. M-I-C-K-E-Y. M-O-U-S-E. It goes full circle.
Language.
Well, it happens.
Language.
It happens. So, prior to that, we did see another episode.
No, I'm done talking about this now. You made me talk about Mickey, so forget it.
Oh.
So let's go on.
Meta.
Next TV show
that
we
meta
saw.
enough.
Next TV show. Big season finale.
Da-da-da!
RuPaul's Drag Race. We have a winner!
Now, sissy, that walk.
You're so gay.
What? That's how you sissy the walk.
You're so gay. Alright, unlike somebody, I wrote notes while we were watching it, because somebody rather played Monster Buster than watch TV.
Actually, I think I was doing my homework during that. Yeah, it was Monday, so I was doing my homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there. Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about the last episode.
Last episode. Who won? No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Okay, fine.
I have 9 points of subject to talk about.
Really bad dancers.
Nope, that's not there yet.
Oh, you have that on there? Okay.
First one.
Okay.
Right at the beginning, before they even did the logo and stuff, like, yes, they show RuPaul, the stagehand goes 5 minutes.
Ms. Paul.
Or Ru or something like that. Yeah. And RuPaul has hit her back to the camera, and she turns around, and her face is full of shaving cream, and she's shaving her face in drag. I thought that was hilarious.
That was very funny.
That was very funny.
That was very cute.
Subject number 2. Best outfit of the 16. Hands down.
Oh, that would be, I want to call her Tyra.
Nope.
You're not thinking her?
No, well, that's not her name.
Oh, well, yeah.
Tyra Sanchez is season 2.
Yeah. But her name began with a T, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's a common. I can't remember her name.
Trinity
Bonet.
Yeah.
Although the outfit did not sit well.
Yeah, she didn't look good. The outfit did not look good while she was sitting, but it was
standing.
Such a great outfit. Such a great outfit.
Better than Rue's.
Yes. Best outfit of the night. Period. Alright, subject number 3.
It was a swirly black number with like, and it was sheer and it looked naked in other parts. It was very cool.
Subject number 3. They've been touting the fact that it's ABC.
Adore, Bianca,
and
Courtney.
But one of the things that Edward noticed, because we watched the previous episode before the season finale came on, is that if you go by the top 4, it's A, B, C, D.
Adore, Bianca, Courtney, Darian.
That I did not notice until that when you made that comment. And no one on the interwebs had made that either.
It wasn't until we were watching it, I went, oh my god, it's ABCD. Okay. Which would have really screwed things up if Courtney had not been there, because they wouldn't have been able to say ABC, it would have been ABD. And who wants that? No one, I tell you. No one.
That actually kind of sounds like I've got, my child has ABD.
It does. And I have to say, I was discussing with someone else, the top 5, I think actually were all worthy of being in the final 3. But Darian was, in my opinion, the weakest of the top 5. I think, I found it I was very disappointed that Ben got kicked out before Darian. Because I think Ben was stronger. And I think Ben was actually, I like Ben a little bit better than Courtney. I think Ben was a little stronger than both of them. But I definitely think that Darian was the weakest of the 5. But still,
Darian
wouldn't have been too...
Darian always rocks it when it came to lip syncing.
Right, and I wouldn't
That's
have
how Darian was.
I wouldn't have been horribly upset had Darian made it to the final 3. So, like I said, that final 5 was final 3 worthy. It would be Bianca and 2 of the other girls.
Yeah. that's Bianca. We knew Bianca was going to be the top 3 after the second episode.
Yeah. Although, I do want to go on record. I called Adore early on from that first episode where she almost got kicked off. And she didn't. That was when I had called Adore as possibly being final 3.
Yeah.
And look at that.
Alright, topic number 4.
Topic number 4.
I don't know if you noticed, but when Laganja was talking, they showed the audience, they showed Michelle and Santino, and Michelle looked like, oh, how should I put this?
How did you put it?
Totally annoyed and disgusted.
Well, it was a Laganja.
I know, but usually Michelle's good at hiding things like that.
I can't even remember Laganja's catchphrase.
Oh, which one? Okay, or mama, or... Yeah.
That's the only one I can remember.
Or what was that one? If it ain't green, I'm not gonna smoke it, or something like that.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Okay, honey, or all right, mama.
Yeah, there's...
yeah, exactly.
She was so annoying. Although I do still have to say that, what's her face? The one with the wonky eyelash. Gia had the most annoying voice.
Yeah, but you know what? When Alaska was talking, I didn't realize how annoying Alaska's voice was. Or at least I forgot how Alaska was.
Alaska did not have that voice when she was competing. Alaska has developed that voice.
No, I remember when they would, at the runway, they would talk to Alaska and she goes, hi.
Well, yeah, she would do that, but the, hi, when she's talking, that whole put-upon voice that she does when they interview her now, oh my god, I never want to see Alaska ever again. Oh my god. Sorry.
No wrong.
But that's the final, that's a completely different season.
Yeah. Subject 5. When they did the Drag 101 thing, the drag herstory, what I got a kick out of is what RuPaul said at the end of it. Said, drag doesn't take itself seriously. Now, what do you think about that? What hidden meaning was that?
I didn't necessarily get it the same way you did. I know where you got it, where you went with it. I think, though, that it is a case of, like, when you look at the history of drag, you see a lot of revolutionary people who also did outstanding or just very outrageous things that offended the senses on multiple levels. I mean, even Flip Wilson, there were people who were, I'm positive there were people who were not happy about Geraldine. And therefore, kind of related to how you took it, drag is always going to push those boundaries, not take itself. It's an art form that doesn't take itself as an art form. If it did take itself as an art form, it would kind of lose some of its art. But part of its art is to offend. It's to offend the senses and to put it out there. That's why fishy, if all you're doing is being fishy, then you're not really being a drag queen, you're being a female impersonator.
Yes.
That's my take. And that's why that's why you can be drag without actually even having to do drag. If that makes sense.
No.
Like straight women can do drag.
Oh, like Michelle Visage.
Drag is not just a man dressing up as a woman. That's a female impersonator. Drag is this other art form.
Okay.
How did you take it?
I took it that it was a slam against that whole she-male controversy.
I see that as well. I can see that, yes.
That's how I took it. Because don't take things too serious. It's just drag.
Yes.
So, sixth topic. Now we can talk about those horrible male dancers, that horrible choreography.
I was so glad it wasn't the pit crew.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I was like, it was like hyenas having epileptic seizures.
It was like watching Courtney dance. It really was.
It was so frenetic. It was horrible. It was horrible.
It was.
You couldn't even call it hip hop. You couldn't even call it crunking. You couldn't even call it twerking. It was not. You don't even. I don't know.
It was flailing. That's what it was. It was synchronized flailing. So.
Bad.
Horrible.
Yes.
They reminded me of. Remember when? And I think this was your friend. When they did the Six Flags commercials and that old man did, it reminded me of except for not as good as the old man from the Six Flags commercials.
Yeah, I used to work with that guy. I used to work with him, and actually at the time he was a 20-year-old man, so that was old man makeup on that. So that's
I mean, it was
clearly because the way he was dancing, but yeah.
Well, and also the skull cap.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with people that they can't put skull caps on correctly. Milk.
But that was an old coworker from Corporate Express, Darren. So
sorry.
Subject number 7. Who won Miss Congeniality?
That would be Ben de la Creme.
Yay!
And as we were like sitting there watching, as they're getting ready to announce it, we're like looking at each other like, well, it's gonna be Ben.
Can't think of anybody else.
We can't. The only person we could even vaguely think of was Trinity.
Yeah. And
that's like such a distant second place that it had to be Ben. So I was very happy to see Ben win something.
Yes.
Because Ben, like I said, Ben was, I think if we go back and look at it, I think Ben was my call for the third, and I still would have liked to have seen Ben in the third. But,
okay,
what you gonna do?
Topic number 8.
All it takes is one bed.
Yeah. Topic number 8. Well, they were ready to announce who won. They basically showed each individual queen, Adore, Bianca, and Courtney. And I noticed, and even you made a comment, Courtney's wig was horrible. It was pink.
It looked like she was. It looked like she thought she was auditioning for Gem and the Holograms.
Oh my gosh, it was.
But she actually had Milk do her wig, because Milk cannot do hair. Even here, where she looked really good, her wig still looked bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with Milk. She can't do a skull cap. She can't do wigs.
But she can do a Pinocchio nose.
She can do a Pinocchio nose. That was actually her best look. I really
that
liked
was her best.
Pinocchio.
Yeah,
that was her best, most feminine look actually on the show prior to the coming back.
Yeah.
But she just needs to wear big hats. She just needs to wear big hats and ignore any sort of natural looking skullness.
Yeah. And the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6.
I was glad to see, even though everyone knows what team I was on, I knew who deserved it, and I'm glad that who deserved it won.
And that is?
Bianca. I was Team Adore. I would have been happy if Adore had won, but Bianca deserved
Bianca all the way.
Bianca
Even though I was calling her Blanca.
Yeah. But I mean, you've heard me. I have been saying that Bianca deserves it. Bianca should be the winner. I was expecting possibly it to be Adore, and I personally wouldn't have been upset because I really did like Adore. I like her style of drag. I liked her. But Bianca deserved it. Adore still has some time to put in. And Adore was getting polished as the season went on.
Yeah.
Which, that's also one of the things, though, that I've noticed in the past. Like, I mean, Tyra Sanchez, she got polished as the season went on. There was another one.
Shangela.
Well, even Sharon. Sharon got groomed as the season went on. So, and this brings me to another thing that I've noticed, is that towards the end there, we started seeing Courtney like making little comments here, sounding a little bit catty. Even she had to comment on it during the reunion that she looked a little bit like, oh my god, did I say that? That's not how I meant it. And I've noticed that like every season. There's 2 girls and then 1 bitch.
I don't think there was. We had that discussion. I don't think there was.
I personally think that editing. I think that they do editing.
Go through each season, not in this episode.
Rebecca Glasscock.
It goes a bit. Write it down and we'll compare.
Okay.
Next episode.
Because I was able to name it all, but I think 1.
Next episode we'll do that.
And I honestly think that they edited it to look that way.
Well, a lot of these reality shows aren't reality.
Yeah.
Aren't real reality, and because it's all subjugated to editing anyways.
Yes.
That's common knowledge.
Yes.
All right, so let's go on. Next subject. In 2 weeks, Phoenix ComiCon will be here.
Woo! Who's going to be there?
Oh my gosh, let's see. They just announced in the last couple of days Danny Glover, because I don't think we've met.
Because he's getting a little too old for this shit. Or
somebody said that.
Isn't that the line?
No.
What is he's getting too old for he's just 1 day from retirement.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that's his line.
But he's getting too old for something.
Yeah. And then and also another announcement is where Kelly LeBrock is going to be at Phoenix ComiCon.
Don't hate her because she's beautiful.
But yet you know how to build her from Weird Science.
Yes.
And they put out an email last week.
Oh yeah.
That has.
This is what I was alluding to while Joseph was out of town on one of the podcasts. That I didn't know how much I was allowed to say because I didn't know whether or not it was an email straight to staff or if it was an email to everybody. Because I got 2 of them. I got one a week before the one that went out.
They're possibly going to put caps on the attendance for the first time ever.
Yeah.
They're working with the fire marshal to see on what the number of attendees can be at the Phoenix Convention Center and what the caps will end up being. They're already contemplating about capping off the full weekend as well as Saturday. They haven't officially capped it.
Nope.
But they've already put out the word that it might be, so get your tickets now.
They have a system in place that'll warn them when they're down to just 1,000 of certain types of tickets, because they have different levels of tickets. You got the whole weekend event.
Like
then
most
you can
cons,
there's
different levels.
Days. Yeah, and you can buy separate days. Is there another one? Did they have like one that was like a Friday, Saturday, or something like that?
No.
Okay.
No, nobody does that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why they talk about it as different levels when it's either by day or the whole event, but they're anticipating that if anything starts selling out, it'll be Saturday or whole event
weekend,
ones
yeah.
that'll go. If you do already have your tickets and you have children under 12, they still do...
Which are called sidekicks.
Yes, they're honoring the sidekick thing, which they've been doing, I think, since the con began, which means that your child can get in free, but tell them. If you didn't sign up for that, make sure to sign up for the sidekick thing. You may have to do that at the door, but they're supposed to be still honoring that. That's part of their anticipated crowd thing that they're working with the fire marshals. And they have like a big extended children's
area this year. Yeah, they're in the south building.
That's what the south building is going to be.
Yeah, the south building is going to be the children's area.
Yeah, so that will be fun. We already got people talking about looking forward to it. I'm waiting to find out. I'm really looking forward to finding out who I'm going to be moderating.
Yeah,
for.
you should be getting that list.
You'd think.
It's 2 weeks before you got to do research on it.
I know, you'd think. But, hey, I've done this, not my first time at this rodeo. I know not to hold my breath on this. We even got, that's kind of what reminded you here is we got Jamie Wyman. She's already, commenting about how she's looking forward to Phoenix ComiCon.
I don't know her.
She was at Leprechaun.
You'll love
her. She's adorable.
Don't know her.
She's adorable.
Don't know her.
And Marcy will be there. And Ginny's going to be there. Sam Sykes. Delilah Dawson.
Don't know. I don't know anybody.
Did you just say you don't know Ginny?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, Ginny.
She don't listen to this. We're too long. She says we're too long. She can't afford an hour and a half.
He's basically denying that he knows you. Yep. There you go. That's your PA.
I also said I didn't know Marcy either.
He's your own little what are you? Was it Thomas?
Huh?
You denied him 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. That's his first one. The Romans are gonna come for you. I don't know who she is. And then bam! Nailed to a cross. That's what's going to happen to you, Ginny. That's how this plays out. Read your history books. So, we still have comments.
Yes, let's do comments before we run out of time again.
Yes. And, see, she showed me a good thing. But, okay. Let's see. Going back to comments. Chuck. Yay, Stewie Monster.
Yes, I know Stewie. I know his real name now.
Yes, he enjoyed the show.
Which show?
Well, he's enjoyed all of them actually. So, but I saw the comment on this latest one, actually. But he also commented on the one prior to this, where he said he likes our kitchen.
Oh, the one that you did without me while you were making your breakfast and lunch.
Well, I was making my breakfast and lunch, yes. And then, let's see here, I gotta go back over to here. Oh, what the hell is that? That is not a page that's supposed to be on. What happened to that page? I had this primed. I seriously had it primed. We've got comments. Okay, so, more in-depth.
This is kitchen one.
This is kitchen one, and it dawned on me that there's more for the kitchen one down here too. So, kitchen. That's dice, and there it is. Okay. So Jamie commented quite a bit because she was commenting while she was.
Yeah, you had said that.
While she was listening or watching it, and.
No, that would be listening. That's Lipson.
Yeah, but she says she was actually watching it. So, she likes the cat. She likes Garfield. She also says she's feeling much better. Because she was feeling unwell. So, then going down, yeah, Garfield, she was watching da-da-da-da-da. And, she corrected, it's not Sharon Carter, it's Peggy Carter. That's going to be Agent Carter, the spinoff.
Okay.
I guess Peggy Carter is Sharon's aunt or something like that. And that they have confirmed Howard Stark, which is Tony Stark's father,
yes,
as being part of that show, which was what I was thinking what they would be doing, is filling in some of the stuff. Then, let's see,
come here, Junior.
Oh, and yeah. As I said last time, yeah, there's a Peeps movie. Just to adapt to that reality, or going to be a Peeps movie. Terry Lopez off that same episode. She stated that I was wondering why she was saying that she enjoyed seeing me again, because she couldn't, and that she said that the link to YouTube wasn't working. So, and she couldn't watch on YouTube, so she couldn't comment on YouTube. But now she was able to watch on Facebook, but she's able to see again. So it's all good. And that both the Montana girls were able to see most of the podcast before they had to go home. So before Betty went home. So hi Betty. And she also wanted to point out that she likes having her mind in the gutter. The giant-sized man thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I commented that, people need to take their mind out of the gutters.
Okay.
It's a swamp creature. And she likes having her mind in the gutter. Oh, and Jamie pointed out that Gallivant. Did you see the clip for Gallivant? I posted it on your page. It's the new musical fantasy.
Yes.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that has Timothy Oddmanson from Psych. I think that's who the dude is. Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of Psych. It looked good. I just don't watch it. So, and then catching up on this week's episode, or this just past one. Come on, load faster. There we go.
The
Basura. See, that's so much closer. That's so much closer. That's so much closer. That she wanted to clarify that Betty was the one. Terry.
Okay.
Terry is clarifying that Betty was a superfan. Remember how you defined the superfan thing?
Yes. So Betty was the superfan of the Montana girls.
Yes. And she became a fan after meeting all of us. And that she wants to assure you that she loves us both. She loves seeing you guys both. Which is what I told you. So, there is that. And I think that actually catches us up on...
That's everything?
I think, to the best of my knowledge, I think that catches us up on comments. I'm hoping to get a reply from Patrick of Scream Queens, because I asked him a question, and I'm hoping to get a reply from him in the near future. Because, yeah... Oh! I got a new podcast for everyone to listen to, if you get a chance. And after you listen to us, or watch us, us first, then go hunt down competitive erotic fan fiction. It's exactly what it sounds like. Okay? All of you who write in the romance category, Jamie and Jeannie and we know others. Jordan. Competitive erotic fan fiction. Go give it a look-see or a listen here. It's really funny. It's really funny. The Mount Rushmore erotic fan fiction is hilarious. So
that's all we have. So
comments.
Leave comments.
And like I said, you leave that first comment on as an answer to his question, and someone will get something. We'll figure it out. We'll get you something.
What it'll be?
Yeah. So there. And
we'll see you
Compete
next
magazine?
week. Yeah, pick up and check us out on Compete.
He's got an article.
Did stuff.
He's got an article.
Yes.
Yeah.
I posted it on Facebook.
Yeah. So there. Woo-hoo! So, catch you all this upcoming weekend.
Which is Memorial Weekend here in the United States.
Woo!
So.
And it's...
Why do that?
I don't know. Isn't it a party weekend?
No. It's Memorial. You remember those who have fallen.
Woo. So, more like that.
There's no wooing at all.
Oh. Well, if woo is the only thing I can say,
then don't say anything.
Woo. Woo woo woo. Woo woo woo.
Good night and goodbye or good morning.
Yes.
down low, but another backseat trick. And you know my boy moves fast when he starts tapping that ass. You're spitting faster than an atom. Head on back to your pad. Hey Johnny, are you queer boy? Hey Johnny, are you queer boy? 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 Johnny, are you queer? Dance with you like it. Johnny, are you queer boy? Johnny, are you queer boy? Hey Johnny, Johnny, queer. Johnny, are you queer? Johnny, are you queer? Dancing queer. Dancing, dancing queer. 'Cause Johnny makes all the moves. Got hot and dead. 'Cause Johnny makes all the moves. Got hot and dead. 'Cause Johnny makes all the moves. Got hot and dead. 'Cause Johnny makes all the moves.
Thank you so much. You all have a great time. It's a great celebration. Love you guys.
And that was Josie Cotton. Yeah, remember her from the 80s? I know I do. That was Josie Cotton doing Johnny, Are You Queer? That's a live version that she did at LA Pride 2010. Yeah. So, found that, thought I'd share it with you. I have to admit I still prefer the original a little better, but it's nice to see that she's still around and, you know, doing the gay pride stuff. Yeah. Maybe we need to get her here in Phoenix. Anyway, two quick little ads. One, just bought that part for the car, that fuel line part. 71 bucks. Holy crap. Oh my god. So, but it'll keep the car from blowing up, so that's a good thing. But 71 bucks for a tube. Oh my god. I think it's because the car's the car's about 15 years old, so now it's considered like an antique part or something. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing is that the release of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is right around the corner, and I got to read a quick article about that. And looks promising, except for the people who someone who wrote the article, he got to play test it, said it kind of combines the best of all the different versions. I just kind of hope that it is back playable to the original 3 somehow, that there's some way of doing conversions. Okay, that's my big thing. He talks about it being streamlined, and every time they talk about it being streamlined, that always makes me worry that we're gonna have like just another Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, which was streamlined, and I didn't actually think that the originals were that clunky. So, whatever. Oh, and by the way, the guy who is writing / I think directing the next Superman Batman movie thinks that She-Hulk is a slut. Yeah. Thinks that she was created just so boys could have fantasies of who the Hulk could sleep with, even though they're cousins. Ew. Yeah, but he basically called her a porn character. Yeah. And he doesn't really think that fans who have ever touched a breast have ever heard of Martian Manhunter. Yeah, he's really kind of dismissive about the fandom. So, okay. I mean, there's jokes, and then there's really? So, meh. But, don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program. They are a feeding program that helps people with HIV and AIDS get food. They have a sister program that provides food for pets, or helps provide food for pets, so that someone doesn't have to choose between feeding themselves and feeding their pet. Their website is www.jtfp.org. All volunteer organizations, so check them out and see what you can do to help. Also, again, thank you to Compete Magazine. Don't forget to check them out. Joseph has an article in this month's magazine. So there's that. And now it's time for comic book story time. And this week it's The Flash. Appearing, and I don't have writer's credits or artist credits, so what you gonna do? But appearing in Justice League America issue 180. The Flash in A Flash in the Dam. And we see the Flash running around, he's running, and we get to even hear what he's thinking. This is back when we still had thought balloons. And the Destroyer will blast the dam to pieces unless I get there first. Who's the Destroyer? I don't know. He's some guy who's standing on the dam in a cape, who is yelling at everybody, I want everyone to be miserable and unhappy like me. They will be, there we go, they will be when I destroy the Dover Dam. Not the Hoover Dam. Don't get confused. This is the Dover Dam. Yeah. So the Flash runs along, and there's a hole in the dam already. He's already started the whole destruction thing. Not the Flash, but the Destroyer. And the Flash is thinking, whoops, the Destroyer started without me, but I'm here now. Da-da-da. And he picks up a whole bunch of rocks that are conveniently laying near the dam, and he sticks them in the hole. And he says to the Destroyer, you forgot to include me in your plans, Destroyer. Patch, patch, hole, hole, plug, 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 plug. And so he just puts rocks in the hole, kind of like a very complicated little Dutch boy. And then he runs to the top of the dam, I assume, because suddenly he's at the top and the Destroyer is being dragged away by him. And he's saying to the Destroyer, the trouble with you, Destroyer, is you've never learned to enjoy the little things in life. And the Destroyer in the next panel, he's like going, there's suddenly all these little snacks on a little table, and he's like going, why, are these Hostess Twinkies? This light golden sponge cake and creamy filling. You win, Flash. I'll give myself up. There's a lot of happiness in Hostess Twinkies cakes. And the Flash runs off. Because of course you gotta trust a villain when they say they're gonna give themselves up. Yeah. And the final panel is you get a big delight in every bite of Hostess Twinkies cakes. Oh yeah, this is an ad. I maybe forgot to tell you guys this. This is an ad. They used to run all sorts of like superhero related ads for Twinkie or for Hostess. Everything. This was one for the Flash. There's Marvel ones and DC ones. They both all the time were stopping crooks by throwing fruit pies at them. And Twinkies. So, thank you all. We look forward to your comments. As you see, we do address them eventually. We get there. And look forward to catching you all this upcoming week. Yes! So everybody take it easy. Go see Godzilla. And toodles!